Hey there. This is the 4th business math lesson on the Youth School for Business. Would you please check us out at youthschool.biz? Don't you think they should?
Yeah, I mean, there's absolutely no reason why you should.
You like us? We're teaching kids about leverage over here, man. Nobody else is doing that. That's an interesting thing. Zach said he never was taught that. Or you never knew about leverage, or you never knew about the concept return on investment.
Well, I knew return on investment existed, but I didn't understand the difference, what leverage
does to a return on investment.
The times and the percentages.
Yeah. It's pretty interesting.
Yeah,
huh?
it's good stuff.
It's quite,
good to know.
It's quite interesting. So I want to talk on this. So this will actually help you understand the stock market a little bit. I don't know how interested in the stock market. Are you interested in the stock market?
I always like to know how it works.
So this will help you understand the stock market a little bit, but we're going to keep it simple, all right? So, all right. Now, let's imagine you have a lawn mowing business, all right? And your lawn mowing business is making you $100 a year.
Okay.
$100 a year. You all right with you? Good with that? Youth School for Business students? They get their head around it.
Yeah, I'll speak for all of the students out there, and we say yes.
Let's make it higher. Let's make it $1,000.
Yeah, we'd like to make more.
Let's make it $1,000 a year. All right. So let's say you're out there pushing that lawnmower.
Yeah.
And you're making $1,000 a year, and you go, I'm tired of pushing this lawnmower around. I'm tired. It's hot out here. Like for some reason, I don't know. It seems like
the grass gives me allergies.
Yeah, all my buddies are at the park playing football. Like, it's nice to have the money, but I want to rest too. I'm going to sell this business. How much do you think you can sell this business for? $1,000. That where you're making $1,000 a year, and you're pushing the lawnmower.
Well, you told me like 3 to 5 years, right?
So 3 to 5 times. But I'm going to go ahead and warn you. You're not going to get very much for that business if you're the one pushing the lawnmower. If you're the one pushing the lawnmower, not very many people are going to want to buy that business from you. Why? They could just go get a job. I mean, they could just.
They don't want to go push the lawnmower.
Yeah, like why would someone pay you for a job? No. So the first thing you got to know about selling your business, and this is important, like for a lot of reasons, but it's a good thing to start to get your head around at from the very beginning. If you're getting into a business, people aren't going to want you to buy your business if it's sort of self-operating, if it's sort of self-managing, which means at some point you got to be the one not pushing the lawnmower in your business. If you think you want to be able to sell it someday, you got to have employees who push the lawnmowers for you, and that's their job. They're happy to have a job. You know, they like cutting lawns. They're landscapers or whatever. You pay them some amount, like $20 an hour, and you charge the homeowner, if you want to get your margin right, you charge the homeowner $45 an hour. And the homeowner's fine because he doesn't want to have to manage it or anything. He pays it. It's cool. All right? And based on that, your profit ends up being like $1,000 a year. All right. Now you've got something happening that's kind of like what's called sort of passive income. Have you heard that expression?
Yeah, I've heard passive.
All right. So sort of passive income, like you don't have to do all the work to get that money coming over to you. It can take you a long time to get to this point, right? It might take you a few years to find really good employees.
To build the machine.
To build the machine, yeah. I mean, it can take you some time, but if you have the idea that eventually you're going to sell your business, that sort of has to be your end goal.
You're like moving the pieces, getting it all placed right.
Year 1, you're cutting all the lawns yourself. Year 2, you have twice as many lawns. You're cutting one half, and another guy's cutting another half. Year 3, you got a whole bunch of lawns. You kind of come around once in a while to check on stuff, but you basically have 2 dudes who cut all the lawns for you.
2 dudes cutting lawns.
Year 4, you got a manager. He manages all the lawn cutting. You check in with the manager once in a while, but basically the thing just sort of like operates itself.
Thing.
So in that paradigm, in that situation, if your business is making $1,000 a year, the market right now is 2 to 4 times that. It's 2 to 4 times that. So you'll be able to sell your business for somewhere between $2,000 to $4,000, which is kind of interesting, right? It's kind of awesome. Like basically, nice. You get the next 2 to 4 years worth of profit paid up front to you all at once. Now that's small businesses, all right? That's small business, and I want to tell you something about the stock market, if I may. So you know what a stock is? Are you familiar with what a stock is?
Is it a portion of the company?
Yeah, you own a little bit of the company. You own a little bit of the company.
A little one bite.
You own like a little
taste.
A very small piece of a very big company.
Crumb.
All right. So the company makes not $1,000 a year. You get a small crumb. That company makes not $1,000 a year. That company makes like $1 bajillion a year.
Oh man.
All right.
Bajillion.
So all right. So they make $1 bajillion. So you own like one little piece of that bajillion. You have a right.
You own a little jillion.
You own a little jillion. A legillion.
A legillion.
The company makes $1 bajillion. You own a legillion. You own like a little piece of it, right? And on the stock market, the people are basically saying like, right. I'll pay you 4 times. I'll pay you 4 times the profit that belongs to that little piece. Or if they think the company's going to grow real fast, I'll give you 100 times that. So there's an expression in the stock market that's called earnings per share. Earnings per share. Have you heard of that?
The amount of money you make on each.
So if you look in like the Wall Street Journal or Yahoo Finance or where do people check stock prices?
Yahoo Finance.
Google Finance. Where do people look at the stock market?
I don't know.
But you said you're kind of so whatever. Just Google stock market, right? Or Google Apple share price if you want to see the price that Apple trades at
per share.
Yeah, well, so if you just Google like Apple stock price, and you click into it, it'll give you a bunch of different numbers. But one of those numbers will be earnings per share.
Earnings per share.
And that'll be the total profit that the company makes divided by the number of shares, right? And that'll give you the earnings per share. Mm-hmm. All right, so it might be like $5 or something.
All right.
And then you can look at what Apple's stock price is, and you will see that it's trading at whatever, like 150 times earnings. That's how they say it.
Okay.
And that's true. Like in the stock market, stuff trades at like 150 times earnings.
Wow.
So
that's a lot of times.
So you can see there's like a big difference between 4 times earnings, which is what you could legitimately sell your business for to like somebody in your neighborhood, and what the stock market trades at.
So on the stock market, you can it's a lot more.
You can, but the prices.
But not always.
But the prices are a lot higher. I would actually argue, like you can get a much better deal buying a smaller business because it only costs 4 times earnings, whereas Apple trades at 150 times earnings. But I guess the spread between that is like Apple might come out with another great product and grow, another 3 or 4, a lot more. Yeah. Like the chances for an upside are a lot higher. Whereas,
interesting.
If you just go buy a lawnmower like a local lawn company, it's probably not going to grow that much.
Yeah.
And you're in kind of like the 2 to 4 times earning area. But anyways, so the reason I bring that up, young business owner, is because here's what happens with a lot of business owners. All right. They start their business, and maybe in the beginning when they're starting their business, it doesn't seem like you're like making a lot of money. Mm-hmm. It feels like, dang, like I could make a lot more money. I can make a lot more money just getting a job. Like, if you're young, you'd be like, I just go work at McDonald's. I could probably make more money than cutting these lawns, right? But one thing that you're forgetting about is that you're building up this thing that's worth 2 to 4 times what you're earning every year. And you can sell it at some point. So it's important. I advise a lot of business owners on this. I think it's super important to always remember what the worth is of your business, because even though you're only making $1,000, you're actually walking around with something worth $4,000 at all times. You see what I'm saying? And if your business is growing, say you don't make $1,000 this year, you make $2,000 next year.
Building an asset.
Well, now your business isn't worth $4,000; it's worth $8,000. And when you go up to $3,000, it's worth $12,000. That's just multiplication, right? But so yes, that's right. You're building up an asset that is valuable, and you should just remember at some point you're going to be able to cash out and get a bunch of money. You might not be making it right at this time, but it's sitting there waiting for you.
Just keep it in your mind cloud, just floating
Just keep
around
it. It just helps you stay in the game when sometimes business could seem a little bit harder. You may seem like you're not doing that well. That's the lesson right there. Zip it up and zip it out.